Over the last 20 years, telecommunication networks have taken a quantum leap in bandwidth and data capacity, which has forced the evolution from copper cables to optical fibers. Fiber optics is the only medium capable of keeping pace with today's ever-increasing hunger for more bandwidth. As a result, fiber optic cables have replaced most copper cables in networks covering any significant distances. The dielectric nature of optical fibers provides immunity from crosstalk, electromagnetic interference, and electronic signal degradation, but can also make electronic means of cable identification extremely difficult. But why would someone need to electronically identify a fiber optic cable? As with copper cables, fiber optic cables are not all placed at one time by the same installers. This can lead to errors and omissions in labeling and cable management, especially when crews are under tight deadlines. Over time, labels can become faded or even fall off the cable. In some cases, messy installations meant as temporary emergency restorations become permanent due to bad documentation, staff turnovers, and carelessness. This is even worse in metropolitan area networks, where many service providers may be sharing the same vaults, manholes, and even ducts. The cost of bad cable management quickly becomes apparent when a service provider or contractor must make an express or mid-entry into an existing cable span. If the correct cable isn't properly identified, the technicians may enter another organization's cable and not be aware of the mistake until the fiber identification process is started. At best, the cable would need to be protected by an unplanned splice closure for the cable's operator and users. A worse situation could be an emergency restoration. Which cable must be cut? The technician facing this dilemma may feel a sense of panic, realizing that cutting the wrong cable could result in millions of dollars of lost revenue. In the case of circuits carrying 911 emergency traffic, cutting the wrong cable could easily lead to loss of lives as well. So it is of critical importance to identify the correct cable before work begins. Because optical fibers do not radiate energy, it is impossible to use